A big 50 gig patch. ARK 2 NPCs. And new ARK details to drop on November the 6th. You're right, kids, it's Ross Clark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So last night we got a huge 50 gig patch, well, for PlayStation anyway, and for PC and Xbox there were patches as well. But what was this 50 gig patch? Was it the most anticipated Fast Flyers update? Was it the big enhancement? No! It was none of them. It was skins. That's right. It was a patch to fix your skins apparently you weren't getting on PlayStation, and of course on Xbox as well as client crashes. And that was it. That's your lads. Why was it 50 gig? Who knows? Nobody knows. The memes and replies were coming out in storm to Ced's tweet on Twitter. Ced, of course, being the lead community manager for ARK Survival Evolved. If you're new to this channel, of course I talk about Ced quite a lot. It was literally just that. I know a lot of you were hoping, oh my god, 50 gig, it has to be. But I'm sadly afraid to report that's not the case. There's none of that. No fast flyers, no enhancement. What's going on with that? I don't know. Nobody knows. The devs won't address these issues. I know it was talked about way early in the year, and the devs have just remained quiet about these patches. They just won't reveal what's going on. I wish they would. I've reached out to them for an answer, but sadly we just aren't getting anything back. So devs, if you're watching, please get in touch with just a small slither of an answer to pass on to people to at least acknowledge that it's coming. And it would be great to know that it's still on the radar, just to let inform people about this that are anticipating this. They are, a lot of people are, I am too. Fingers crossed we might get something soon, but for now you get your skins, enjoy them, skins all round. So, Extra Life, yes indeed, we have a date, November the 6th, it's going off, where of course they do a 24-hour live stream going through very different things related to ARK, giving us news, new informed news about what's going on in the world of ARK coming up soon. As well, of course, as raising a lot of money for charity, which I'll be getting involved with as well as somebody else. Can't tell you who it is. It's a surprise. It's going to be fun. We're going to go through all sorts of torture, including wildcard, in order to raise money for the kids. Extra Life. It's going to be a great day to raise money and, of course, improve the rates on official. That's right. As you donate, as you help support Team Wildcard, raise money, the rates go up, and they go up through the roof during this 24-hour live stream that Wildcard will be doing. What are they revealing? Nobody knows, but I'm guessing it's definitely going to be about ARK 2. I did a video on this last week or the week before. Go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description, but it has to be. I'm very sure. I've repeated this enough times. I'm not going to go through it again, but I'm very sure. And I think this is going to coincide with Lost Island dropping. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. There's nothing to go on, but at the very least, I want to see a bit of this Hot Ones challenge. Ced, I'm calling you out, mate. Let's get involved. I'll ask you 10 questions about ARK. You've got to respond whilst we eat chicken wings. It's going off. Come on. So community, I'm calling out to you. Tweet Ced, #ARK interview. I want to get Ced on the show. 10 questions, interview questions about ARK under pressure in a format like my interview videos that of course is influenced by this Sean Evans Hot Ones. Let's do it. But of course not Sean Evans, Ross Clark versus Ced. I want to see it. Come on, mate. Get in touch. Community, get involved. So Craig Brown, we talked about him last week, of course, being the newly found lead designer for ARK 2. Put out a tweet recently, and it's not this, but it's worth going checking out. Why? Because he's asking for feedback regarding the Gen 2 ending. Craig Brown had a lot of involvement in orchestrating the finale of Gen 2 and wants to hear, is that something you enjoy? Of course, I'm guessing to see if it's something similar you want to see in ARK 2. So go check that tweet out and I'll leave a link in the description, but of course, it's not about this tweet. In response to that tweet, a few people left a few replies, including of course Syntac, you know him, I know him, talking about, are we going to see survivors, their deathbed, gravestone, something resembling of that in ARK 2? Craig Brown replied, I'm not saying that's a thing, but I'm not saying that's not a thing either. Which, of course, these tweets, you know, when they say that, they mean it's coming. Of course it's coming. Okay, it might not be, but there stands a chance. I love these sort of replies. It gets us all thinking. theorising. Conspiracies, it's going off. We could be seeing our survivors' gravestone in ARK 2. And if it is a thing, that means your survivors on ARK 2 will be new survivors, not your ARK 1 survivors. Think about that for a moment. Yes. But that's not the tweet we're here to talk about. Mr. Dolphin, we had him on for an interview a few weeks ago, asked a question regarding NPCs, or rather a statement about NPCs in ARK 1. We never saw them. We never saw any people about, apart from ourselves and players about. Craig Brown replied with many eyes, insinuating it could indeed be a thing in ARK 2, and why not? Of course, Codigo Alex with the Titan map mod is experimenting with something like that himself. A mod maker, one person putting NPCs in ARK on his own. If he can do it, who can a big team like Wildcard who are doing ARK 2? I think it's going to happen. Do you think it's going to happen? Of course you do, because you voted it in the top 10 things you want to see in ARK 2. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. You'll enjoy that if you've not seen that one yet. And that's it. That's about your news for today. But it's great to do some actual news. It's been a while. We've got things to report now. The devs are talking, and it's only going to get better, juicier as we get closer to that big date. November the 6th, it's going off, and I'll be here on the front line giving you all the news as it's dropping, when it's dropping. So of course, my name's Ras Clark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.